earlier this year we were talking about Nikita already going over to the States and fighting. That was sort of the plan, but I think it's good now that they're going to hold him back, and I think even more so after this fight. That's right, there's other fighters that he needs to get rid of domestically, and maybe even not even next year, but the year after, head overseas then.
I think you guys needed to bring a realist over here that just kind of, bring you guys back to earth. Listen,
we're getting excited, Sean.
They're so excited. They're so exciting. Both of them, Tim and Nikita, they're very exciting guys in the ring, out of the ring, their charisma, everything. They really are the full package. There's just some things that Nikita needs to improve on before he makes that leap.
It's probably not the ideal preparation. It's great for us fans. He keeps being involved in the fight of the year or the round of the year, every single fight. You probably want to maybe tidy up your opponent, especially at the domestic level, a bit easier.
Listen, he said today was a wake-up call for him. Tonight was a wake-up call for him. Going over to the States, and I'm not, just tooting the horn of the United States, but you get such great training and sparring over there that you have wake-up calls in training. Those things won't show up on fight night because the level of training is at such a high level.
Sean, Nikita, can he be a world champion?
Nikita can be a world champion. He has all of the internal tools needed. I think that's something that people just don't understand about boxing. It's not about what's on the outside. All of that outside stuff, it'll help get you there, but if you don't have it on the inside, you may get there, but you won't stay there long. He shows us that he has shown us once he gets there, he's going to be able to remain there should he not take punishment moving forward, but he has all of the internal intangibles to do it.
You think he'd have the excitement factor too that the Americans would love over there?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think that he when he comes over, he's got to be flawless. You're Costa Tszú's son, and you're Tim Tszú's brother, and Tim has proved himself. You've got to prove yourself too. If he's not flawless, people will pick up on all of those small little nuances that he does that are incorrect, and they'll say he's not it, he's not the guy, he's not ready, he's not his brother, he's not his dad, all those kinds of things. Again, give him some time over here to sharpen his tools, and then once he comes over and he's a little bit more sharper, he'll be ready to go.
Well, George Rose confirmed it there. Michael Zerafa is all but locked in to fight Nikita next. Early thoughts on that fight? I think you hit the nail on the head earlier, Brownie, when you said that, Zerafa's probably had, 3 rounds in the last 2 years. Is he going to be ready to fight someone like Nikita?
Well, for me, that's a concern. Nikita's obviously improving his conditioning, but, geez, that was a war. Zerafa hasn't been involved in anything like that for a long time. Maybe since Jeff Horn, which is about 5-6 years ago, his second fight with Horn. So that would have to be a concern, especially from the defensive aspect.
I think that Nikita's fast enough, strong enough. I think he's clearly strong enough. I think he's got some tools in his box that he'll get past Zerafa. I don't see him taking a lot of heat like he took tonight. I think, again, once you've had that official wake-up call, you get better. You don't stay where you're at. So I expect him to look much, much better moving forward.
And I think Sean and Brownie, the one thing for me with Zerafa is punch resistance. Has he got the punch resistance? And Nikita tonight, you talked about internal things, Sean. There's 2 things for me that Nikita's got. He's got X Factor in his left hand, which can just destroy blokes, and he's got a Tszú DNA that can't be coached. His resilience tonight, his warrior mentality, his ability to, his recuperative powers when he was under fatigue and duress is world class.
He was clearly fatigued in the 6th and the 7th round, and I really wasn't sure how he'd turn it around. He came out fresh in that 8th round. He did his job tonight, really did.
Well, if you missed it earlier, there was plenty of drama in Michael Zerafa's fight. He got the win, not the way he wanted to, though. He was in control against the veteran Tommy Brown. He looked on track, Zerafa, and then, Brown's bicep went, and the fight was ended there. But then it was all on a few moments later when the Brown camp came at Zerafa, and
Pete was keen. He was about to jump over and into it.
Zerafa's brother threw us a punch. We're going to see it here in a moment, but sort of spoiled what was a you know, well, an unfortunate end to this fight.
Yeah, it was a bit of a stain on the night, and what was a magnificent night. But this just continues the bad boy Zerafa narrative that drives Australian boxing and seems to fire Mick Zerafa. But here he is accusing him of being a quitter, and that is the genesis of Tommy Brown calling Zerafa a quitter when he was beaten by Erislandy Lara. But then you can see he remonstrating with his trainer. And then it all gets ugly. Matt Rose, the promoter, jumps in to restore order. And then we see Zerafa's brother come in and go bang. And that was just a disgrace. And thankfully he was evicted from the building. But Michael Zerafa doesn't need people like that around him, because he is a decent guy, Michael, but people like that around him don't help his reputation.
A lot of drama. This is backstage too. He went straight into, I think he was trying to find Tommy Brown again. He's trying to find anyone, wasn't he? Then he got on the phone. I'm not sure who he was trying to ring. And then he's gone. Then he left the arena.
He was phoning a friend.
Yeah, he was. It was a disappointing end. I don't know what's going on there.
And then after this, he was on the phone to his brother. He was escorted from the venue. Security were worried about his safety, so they got him in a cab and he headed out of here. So that was all while Nikita's fight was going on. So, yeah, he wouldn't have seen any of that fight. I'm sure he's heard the verdict, but that was what happened at the end of this.
But you know what this does now, Megan, is it creates a great narrative between the good guy and the bad guy. I mean, if this is almost WWE stuff, where you'll have Nikita as the hero and Michael Zerafa, the villain, who is seen here getting into a cab, leaving the venue early. So, look, dramatic stuff on a night of great fights, and we've seen another wonderful no-limit card, and let's see how Nikita Tszyu goes against Michael Zerafa. It'll be a barn burner.
I always say, fighters, if we could, we'd make every fight end in the first round. He got a gift tonight. And I saw the replay. What happened was Tommy threw a punch, and it landed like that, and this right here, his bicep extended. And that's where the injury came from. I saw it in the replay there. But instead of Michael just saying, hey, I'm manning him out, I'm healthy, I'm fresh, I'll be ready to go in 3 months. Whenever you tell me when, he decided to take the pride route and call Tommy out and all these other things. I think everything escalated, but it started with him. You know, so when we talk about him fighting moving forward, we talk about him fighting Nikita Tszyu. Does he deserve the fight with Nikita Tszyu? Has he shown himself to be the professional that deserves a fight with Nikita? Nikita's a professional. The Tszyu are professionals. If it were me in my camp, we say, hey, we're only fighting professionals.
Well, watch this space. But you'll be back, won't you, if he does, in fact, fight Zerafa?
Maybe. We'll see what happens.
He's got his residency now. You're an Australian resident, aren't you, Sean?
Back, yeah.
Gents, thanks very much for tonight. Brownie, Pete, Sean, love your work as always. It's been a fantastic night full of drama, full of big wins. A big congratulations to Nikita Tszyu. He's got that left hand in an ice bucket, so I reckon he'll be a little bit sore and sorry tonight, but a fantastic win over Koen Mazzutia tonight. He's got those couple of regional belts. He's got the world ranking as well, and possibly a fight with Michael Zerafa coming up very soon. Thanks very much for your company tonight, live from the ICC Theatre here in Sydney. We'll see you very soon.
We quit! What, go 1 arm? We quit!